Today I invite you to the fifth special thought. What is the body? These special thoughts in part 2, they are followed by 10 lessons. Each one of those 10 lessons is a different angle shining the light on the topic of what is the body. My name is Judith and this is the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students, and this is part of the Lucid Mind Center. And how this works, we're first going to read and contemplate together. At the end I'm going to guide you to some Qigong classes and to the list of lessons, and below you will find all kind of different links, including how Qigong can help you as A Course in Miracles students. Let's begin! And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like what you read together with me. What is the body? The body is a fence the Son of God imagines he has built to separate parts of his self from other parts of his self. So we have created bodies to separate from each other. In truth, you and me are one. In truth, every single human being who has ever been, who will ever be, and who is here right now is part of that one self. And we've put these fences, we believe, around ourselves, and we cannot grasp what is beyond this fence, we think. The body is a fence the Son of God imagines he has built to separate parts of his self from other parts. It is within this fence he thinks he lives, to die as it decays and crumbles. For within this fence he thinks that he is safe from love. Identifying with his safety, he regards himself as what his safety is. How else could he be certain he remains within the body, keeping love outside? The body will not stay, yet this he sees as double safety. For the Son of God's impermanence is proof his fence works, and do the task his mind assigns to them. For if his oneness still remained untouched, who could attack and who could be attacked? Who could be victor? Who could be his prey? Who could be victim? Who the murderer? And if he did not die, what proof is there that God's eternal Son has been destroyed? If we are all one and we are doing those crazy things to each other, we are doing it to ourselves. And it reminds me when I used to play Ludo with myself when I was bored as a kid. It was a long time before there was mobile phones and there was not even TV during the day. It started at 6 or 5. And I used to play Ludo with myself. Sometimes I used to take the whole 4 colors and I used to play against myself. And then I really tried to, each time I would play one of the colors, I would always try to imagine that it was only me. And it was interesting because it didn't really matter who won, because I would win anyway. And when I played with somebody else, I used to then compare this, how much it upset me if I lost one of my 4 men or something, you know, or if my opponent got a double 6 and I didn't. And it used to upset me so much. But then when I played alone, I used to compare this, and I found it interesting how my emotions were different. I used to contemplate. This was early in my life. I contemplated, probably about 7 or 8 years old. Who could be the victim? Nobody is the victim, because we're all playing a strange game with each other. The body is a dream. Like other dreams, it sometimes seems to picture happiness, but can quite suddenly revert to fear, where every dream is born. Every dream is born in fear. For only love creates in truth, and truth can never fear. For only love creates in truth, and can never fear. Made to be fearful, must the body serve the purpose given it. Made to be fearful, must the body serve the purpose given it. I just want to tell you, it's very, very interesting. In the Chinese medicine, in the 5-element theory, you have got the different elements. Fire stands for the light and it stands for love. And you have got water, which stands for inner peace, and the negative emotion is fear. And fear water is the controlling factor of fire. So if the fire goes too crazy, you need the water to put out the fire. But it means if the fear is overactive, it also puts out love. So it's very interesting in this correlation, and also talking here about fear and love. It's talking about the element of water and fire. So in our Qigong class, we're going to focus on the elements of fire and water. For only love creates in truth, and truth can never fear. Made to be fearful, must the body serve the purpose given it. But we can change the purpose which the body will obey by changing what we think that it is for. The body will obey our thoughts if we change our thoughts of what the body is for. And according to Chinese medicine, I actually really love this analogy. It says that emotions are manifested thoughts in the body. It shows you that the mind is extremely powerful, but you also have to remember that you are not your mind. You are that one which can observe the mind and which can guide the mind. And that's what we are doing here with the Course in Miracles. We are retraining our mind so it thinks differently. And if our mind thinks differently, then the body gets repurposed. It has a different goal. Made to be fearful, must the body serve the purpose given it, but we can change the purpose which the body will obey by changing what we think that it is for. The body is the means by which God's sons return to sanity. I just want to point out, I said here God's sons, even though it says here God's son. The body is the means by which God's sons return to sanity. Though it was made to fence him into hell without escape, yet has the goal of heaven been exchanged for the pursuit of hell. The Son of God extends his hand to reach his brother and to help him walk along the road with him. Now is the body holy. Now it serves to heal the mind that it was made to kill. And this is when you change your mind. When you say, I will not fall into the fear. I will not fall into the anger. Instead, I'm going to see that this is crazy. And I don't want to be part of this crazy game. Instead, I'm going to help both of us to come out of this hell. That is what the Son of God does. And that is who you truly are. Now is the body holy. Now it serves to heal the mind that it was made to kill. You will identify with what you think will make you safe. Whatever it may be, you will believe that it is one with you. Your safety lies in truth and not in lies. Love is your safety. Fear does not exist. Identify with love and you are safe. Identify with love and you are home. Identify with love and find yourself. Love is the key. And in the Chinese medicine, unconditional love is in the fire element. And the main organ of the fire element is the heart. And the heart is also seen as the emperor of all the other organs. So also the fire element has got 4 organs, whereby all the other elements only got 2. And the fire element has got the heart as the emperor, and then it's got its 3 helpers. So the small intestine is the yang aspect of the heart, which is yin. And then the pericardium, the sac which is around the heart, is also a fire element, is also yin. And the triple warmer, which is a energetic organ, which is digesting the qi, which we are ingesting from the outside through food and water and air. Digesting the qi, taking what is valuable and getting rid of what is valueless, and expelling, getting rid of it. This is what the triple warmer is doing. So what we're going to focus on in the Qigong classes, we're going to focus on undoing fear and replacing those areas with love. We're really going to focus on the heart and on the heart meridians, the triple warmer, and undoing the fear which can make us stagnate and can create obstacles for us not to see the light. Here you have got the standing Qigong class for what is the body. Here you have got the seated one. Here you have the whole list of lessons. Here you have the introduction to part 2, which I suggest you should read at least once with me in this 10-day period.